This is a free lesson from my freelancing course for designers and developers. To get more information, check out the end of this video or read the description below. One other characteristic which makes you different and set you apart from other normal freelancers is proper deliverables. Now, what does proper deliverables means? That when you are delivering your project files, your zip files, your designs, they must be managed into and organized into different folders and files that your client can easily scan them or understand what the contents are. So let's get started and see how we can improve and deliver proper deliverables to our clients. In this section, we are going to talk about how designers are going to deliver their projects to their clients. And there are a few tips I'm going to give you. Number one is that always create proper folder organization. If your design are PSDs or any source files, keep them in separate folder. If you have used any fonts or any other images from websites or royalty-free images, keep them into separate folder. Okay, so when your client opens up your zip file, he knows that these files are for this purpose. Also, it is best if you can include a readme file or how to use this zip file. Okay, so explain the different contents of different folders. Then your naming should be very professional. Don't use underscore final. Name everything properly, that it's a header PSD or that it's a footer.psd or it's a main page design and it's a sign up design. Okay, so every file should be named properly. If you can create a video guide or a PDF guide for a client so he can easily use them, or if he needs to alter some design portions, then how he's going to do that would be really beneficial. All the assets you have used in your design, like fonts and other files, like if you have placed any royalty free image or anything, you need to provide it into different assets folder or fonts folder. Okay, so if your client tries to open up your design into their own Photoshop or any other application, they don't get error messages like 3 fonts are missing. Okay, so this is really going to get them a problem or a headache, so avoid that. Now, the key takeaways from this section is that properly name, organize and zip your project files. Also, try to append date and time, or at least date, to those zip files at the end and use Dropbox to share them. Okay, so one more thing. Okay, one more tip is that you need to, in the end, I'm going to give you one more tip, which is always keep a copy of that zip file you send to your client in a organized folder, like with years. If you are working with a client from several years, create a folder with the client's name and use different year folders in them, and then the project name and then the project files. Okay, so whenever you send those files, create a separate folders like deliverables September 10th 2016 or something like that, so you know that at this time I sent those files. Sometimes my clients, even after 6 months, they say, okay, Esan, can you send me the files you sent me 6 months ago? I have lost that email, I cannot find the source files. So it is really, a headache if you haven't organized your files into different folders with years and dates. Okay, so let me show you an example of my folder organization. Now, this is my main folder called working folder, and I have main 4 categories, like you can see over here: app icons, logo designs, mobile apps, web projects. Okay, so if you open up a web projects, you can see over here clients. There are other few things for my helping resources. These are basically resources. So main folder is clients. So when I open clients, you can see 99 designs, Awas UK, Brady PRMS, Charlie Work, Corsello Work, Lisa McKeog, Luciana. These are all my clients. Okay, QMe, Sunray, Tom, William DiPello. So these are all my clients. So if you open up any one of the clients, you can see over here there are different projects over here, like back tax helper, clean sales. And if you open up one of them, you can see I have appended dates with them, February 2015. Also I can see over here the dates modified over here. If you look at these, you can see over here back tax helper have two versions, 2014 and 2015. So if my clients ask me that I need the last version you sent, I will check in this folder the last date or the latest version. You can see over here final version. This is the folder I sent to my client along with invoice, optimization report, final version, PSD elements, okay, HTML sources. So this is the folder I sent to the client. You can see over here I have appended the date at the end, 18th October 2015. So this can really help you, that you know that this is back tax helper website, and the final version I sent on 18th October was this zip file. So this is how you are going to organize your folders with projects. I have 4 main categories, then I have clients in different categories, then their projects. Okay, so keep your folders organized, and always remember that the zip file you finally sent was this. Okay, so name it deliverables or final sent or something like that, so you remember this is the file you sent last time. So let's move on to the next section for developers. Now for coders and developers, the same goes for folder organization and file organization. Their files and folders should be properly named, and they should be properly organized, so each file can be easily found by your client and they don't get headache when they try to open up your file. Okay, now the second major thing I have seen in a lot of new or newbie coders and developers, what they do is they don't comment or organize their code. Okay, so if they are doing HTML or CSS or whatever, they don't create different code sections. Okay, so always try to create different code sections with proper commenting, so even the novice developer knows that this section is doing this. Okay, so always comment your code and keep it into sections. If you have a very long CSS file, and separate it into different sections like header CSS, footer CSS, or body CSS, or section 1 CSS, section 2 CSS. So always try to separate it into comments. This can really impact your professionalism in your developer career or even your freelance career. Okay, third thing is, whenever you deliver something to your client, always give them an online working demo. Okay, so along with your zip file, always send them a working demo link so they can see that how these files are showing up. Sometimes it happens with me, like I have sent a landing page HTML and they try to double click and try to run it, and what happens is that they are not connected with internet or something, and my jQuery files or my JavaScript files, they don't load. Okay, so when they have working online demo, they know that it will be accessible via internet, and they will try to see it on their PC or Macs. Okay, one other thing is that you need to include a readme file, or if you are using GitHub, that is great because it saves all the versioning and everything. So GitHub, if you are working with your client on a GitHub, then that's one of the best thing. Okay, now the main takeaways are: properly name, organize, and zip your project files. Never name them in a sense that main file, main.html or something like that. Name them on the basis of what page it is. Okay, the second biggest takeaway is always properly comment your code into different blocks and sections and segments. Okay, I'm going to give you few links to Photoshop Etiquette's website, and also a link to proper commenting and how you are going to comment your code and proper code organization. So there are few guides the coders and professional designers, they have already created. So I'm going to share you the next article. Okay, so make sure you see those links in the resources, or in the next article I'm going to share them with you. So this is all about properly delivering your project, whether you are a coder or a designer, to your clients. Okay, So if you have any questions, ask me. If you don't know about GitHub or any term I have used, Google about it and try to learn it. Okay. So let's move on to the next lesson. Build your freelance career now by taking this course. It has more than 4 hours of video lectures and tons of freelancing resources and templates to get you started. Check out the discounted coupons and links to this course inside the description of this video below.